Join me and we will begin. So welcome. Glad you could join in. So we are working on a practice today that involves regular pace and slowing down. So slowing down can be a bit of a challenge. Some people love it, some people hate it. Whatever it is, that's okay. It is a practice and we will check it out and see where we go. So we begin with come down, turn around, and check in. So that's where we begin. Make your way onto the back and get comfortable with the hips, the legs, the shoulders, the arms, the head settling in the neck, the arms alongside. So we check in. We're checking in, coming home to the body. Coming home to the body and checking in to discover any discomfort anywhere. Any discomfort, you need to take care. No force. Let your body tell you what's enough, what's too much. The body never lies. That's what the teaching says. Trust the information from the body. So let's just check in with the breath and discover what normal breath is feeling like as the body settles. So let the body just settle and relax. Bring your attention to the breath. And so as we move in this practice today of slowing down the breath, I think it's useful to bring a silent count on the inhale and a silent count on the exhale, just observing, not changing anything, just counting silently, inhale and exhale breath. So do a few. So we're watching the breath coming back to resting place. And our first warm-up movement will be for the upper back, shoulders, arms, and neck. As we typically begin, we bring the hands together, pull gently, and then with your normal breath pace, we are warming up the body. Inhale, arms up and over, and exhaling back and down. Just establishing what is your comfortable normal pace, up and over, back and down. Feeling stretch, shoulders, inner arms. See where you feel it. Different for each and just right for each. Up and over, back and down. So let's observe a few more at a regular pace, but bring in the counting. Count the pace up and over. Keep the pace the same, coming back down. Counting the pace up and over. So we're resisting gravity, keeping the pace the same, coming back down. This is a slower version, still just warming up the body, counting the pace of the breath. When it comes to rest, pause here. Then our final exploration of the breath pace will be the slowest you can go. We're just finding out. So there is no ought to do it this way, ought to count that way, nothing like that. Just discover. We'll do a few as slow as you can go. Keeping the inhale and the exhale the same length, resisting gravity. A few as slow as you can go. This will be the final slow as you can go. And when the hands are back to rest, release. Release and relax. Have a breath. Now we'll leave the breath free as we pick up the knees and hug up the knees to stretch the low back. And then, as we typically do, circle the knees to increase circulation in the muscles of the low back, to release tension in the low back. We circle. Big circles, baby circles, play with it, discover what feels good for you. different for each. Big circles, baby circles. See what feels good for you. Then we'll pause, circle other way. Again, the size of the circles, just play with it and discover what feels good. What do you notice? Releasing tension, increasing circulation. That's what we're up to. So we'll come back to rest with a hug of the knees. Feel that stretch. Bring the feet to rest. Open the arms wide. Here, we're waking up the spine, moving the knees side, side. It's spinal twist. Knees roll down, head turns away, and then we come back. Knees roll down, head turns away. We come back. And then continue. Your own comfortable pace, normal breath, waking up the spine to twist. Normal breath pace, no counting needed. Warming up, waking up the body. Increasing circulation along the spine, increasing hydration, lubrication. Movement does it. When you're back to center, come to a rest. Come to a rest when you're back to center. Pause and feel the breath pace. Okay, let's release the arms, pick up the knees, and then we'll work with leg extending, normal pace to begin. Extend and bend. Repeat. Feeling the stretch that comes into the legs. On the extension, no forcing the knee straight. So we're warming up, remember that. We're increasing circulation in the muscles, and that increases the potential for stretch. So think of something that's warm and stretchy. Think of something that's cold and tight. That's what we're talking about. Warming up the muscle through movement to increase stretch potential. Okay, we'll come back to rest. So that was normal pace. Let's see what it feels like to extend and release slowly. Counting silently, extend and release, same pace. Alternating sides, extend, same pace, release. Staying with this slower version, extend slowly, release slowly. Alternating sides. One more at slower. When you come to a rest, pause. Now let's extend and stay. Both legs, toes to the face, heel stretches away. Stay, feel that stretch, stretch, stretch. See which leg you feel it in most. Inner leg, outer leg, middle. See what's true for you and release. Feet to rest, arms alongside. Here we're moving into bridge. We'll do a couple at the normal pace and then we'll slow it down. So bridge is about both strengthening legs and hips and articulating the spine. So press the feet, lift the hips, round your way down, waist before hips. Do another one. Press up, round your way down, waist before hips. Press up and stay. Feel the work. Now come down more slowly. More slowly through the spine, bit by bit, roll your way back to rest. Back to rest and take a breath. Let's do one more as slow as you can go. Come up slowly. Come down as slowly as you can. When your hips are to rest, relax. Check in with the breath. Check in with sensation because we'll be rolling over and coming on to the knees. So another breath here or two. Now we'll roll over, come onto hands and knees. Coming into Chakra Vikasana, normal pace. where we say 1, pull the belly in, 2, drop the elbows wide, move on back, bring the hips toward the heels, and on the return, lift ribs, lift chin, and repeat. Chakravakasana. When you return, come to a rest. Take a breath. Now make the intention to do 2 repetitions at a slower pace, counting on the exhale, counting on the inhale. Our slower pace. 2 repetitions at that slower pace. And when you're up, come to a rest. Have a breath. 1 at the slowest pace, as slow as you can go, counting silently on the exhale back. Counting silently on the inhale, return. And on the return, release the breath. Breath is free as we drop into our tuck chin, tuck tailbone, angry cat. Hands press down, ribs press up. Feel a stretch. Breath is free. And we will release angry cat. Drop hips back. Bring arms longer, wider. So the hands can slide enough that when you bring the hips forward and drop the hips down and lift the ribs, lift the chin, it works for your structure. Normal pace, we do it again. Working with the normal pace. When you're back, come to a rest, take a breath, and make the intention to do 2 at a slower pace. Counting silently on the inhale, counting silently, same length, same duration on the exhale breath. 2 repetitions at this slower pace. When you're back, pause, breath free. So we'll do a final at the slowest you can go. Counting silently as slow as you can go. Then pause here, the breath is free. Feel the breath. And we're ready to release. Release and come up to stand. Come to stand. Find mountain. Find that place. Feet are a comfortable distance apart. Checklist says relax toes, relax knees. Tailbone tuck for some, for all. Extension crown. Shoulders up, back and down. Solid and steady. Strong and still the mountain. Feel it. Final breath here. Release. So our warm-up series of forward bend, side stretch, chair. Regular pace for 3. Inhale, lift. Exhale, down. Inhale, up. Exhale, side. Inhale, up. Other side. Inhale, up. Leave arms overhead, drop down. Come up. And again, exhale, down. On the inhale, return. On the exhale side, inhale, back. Exhale, other side. Inhale, back. Goalpost arms. Come back up. Normal pace again. Exhale, down. Inhale, lift. Exhale, side. Inhale, back. Exhale, other side. Inhale, back. Sweep the arms behind. Come down. Come back up. And release. 3 at the normal pace. Next comes 2 at a slower pace. Same movements, slower pace. Counting silently, keeping the inhale and the exhale movements the same length, same duration. Here we go. Exhale down. Inhale, return. Exhale, side. Inhale, back. Exhale, other side. Inhale, back. Arms overhead, Utkatasana. Come back up. Another one at this pace. Exhale, down. Inhale, return. Side stretch. And return. Other side stretch. And come back. Sweep the arms behind. Come back up. Exhale, release. Final set, as slow as you can go, counting silently. You have to set your comfortable, slow as you can go pace. I'm not going to count it. One set, as slow as you can go. Slow as you can go is all we count. Inhale and exhale the same length. Arms overhead, sweeping back for the final. And come back to rest. Release the breath. Check in with mountain once more. Toes relaxed, knees unlock. Tailbone tuck for some. For all, extension crown. Shoulders up, back, and down. Solid, steady, strong, still. Bringing in those qualities of mountain, and the breath is free. Feel the breath. Final breath here, release. Now a standing flow series that will employ the same repetition of 3 at the regular pace, 2 at the slower pace, 1 at the slowest pace. So let's bring foot forward and wide, foot back and wide. We're finding the alignment. When the knee is bent, we can see the toes, so make that alignment adjustment. So when that knee is bent, you can see the toes. Come back. So here's the flow. Normal pace. Bend the knee, sweep the arms up. Sweep the arms behind, fold. Bend the knee, sweep the arms up. Come back to the start. So that's the flow. 2 more. Normal pace. It's inhale up. Exhale, sweep, arms back, fold. Inhale, back up. Back to the start. And again, inhale up. Exhale, flow. Inhale up. Back to the start. Take a breath. Now make the intention for slower pace. Same group of movements, slower pace, counting inhale and exhale, same duration. Here we go. Fold, hands, sweep behind. Bend, come back up, back to the start. Have a breath. Here we go again, same pace. Sweep and fold. Bend and return. Back to the start. Breath. Final set, slow as you can go. And this is different for each. Don't judge yourself. Just be engaged with it. Slow as you can go, 1 set. And then we'll change the feet. Foot forward and wide, Foot back and wide, knee bends, toes visible over. Returning to our normal pace. The first 3 sets are normal pace. So have a breath. Here we go. Inhale up. Exhale, sweep, fold. Bend the knee, inhale up. Back to the start. Second set. Lift, sweep, fold. Lift again. Back to the start. And the final set at normal pace. Up, fold, up, start. Have a breath. 2 at the slower pace, counting both the inhale and exhale. Keeping them the same duration is the challenge. Here we go. Second set at that slower pace. Have a breath. Final set, slowest pace. Slow as you can go, keeping the inhale and exhale the same duration. Counting silently. Final set, slow as you can go without judgment. On the release, come back to mountain. Feet, toes and knees unlock. Tailbone tuck for some. For all, extension crown. Shoulders up, back and down. Feel it. The mountain, solid and steady. Strong and still. Feel your energy. Feel your breath. Check in. What's going on? So we're recovering from all that hard work. That's what's going on. Now we release and come to the knees. The breath will be free as we move into Chakravakasana. Breath free. Chakravakasana. Pull the belly in, drop the elbows wide, move on back, hips toward the heels, and return. And repeat your own pace. Final breath. When you return, we make our plan for our next series, which is going to be about stay. It's going to be an up dog stay and a down dog stay. So far we've been only about movement pace. Now we're going to be in stay. So with the up facing dog, the hands are forward, toes turn under, we lift up and drop the hips down. If this is too much for your wrist, you can be here. So either way, forearms, hips down, or hands, hips down, stay. Breath free. Final breath. Drop the knees. Return to Chakravakasana. Counter pose here. Breath is free. Just returning the body to neutral. Watching the breath, because that was hard work. So our next stay is in down facing dog. The traditional is hands, toes, hips high. Knees are bent, heels are off the ground. If the wrists are too much for that, we can be here, called dolphin. Same thing, forearms on the ground, hips high. Either way for you, it's a stay. Variations on the down-facing dog theme, breath free. So notice how the breath gets heavier, because this is work for the body. Final breath here. Let's drop the knees. Breath free, return to Chakravakasana. Easy, soft counter pose here. Take your time with it. Checking in with the breath, because we'll be coming on to the belly and preparing for our series of Cobra, half locust to strengthen the back. Let's come to a rest and come on down. Come on down to the ground. Arms forward, forehead resting. Arms forward, forehead resting, breath free. Check in. I need to keep my chin out for the microphone, but you have forehead down. And we check in with the breath and discover the breath still coming back to its resting place from all that work with the up dog, the down dog, the stays. Very demanding for the body, good for resilience, for strength, for endurance. Keeping it all, maintain, regain is what I say. The older you get, the more important it is. Maintain, regain. So that's the work we do. So we're preparing for our Cobra series. We'll be returning to the idea of regular pace, slower pace, and slower pace. So bring the arms alongside, turn the cheek to the side. Now, a set is an inhale up, exhale down, inhale up, back to the start. That's one set. So we're going to do 3 sets at the normal pace. That will be a total of 6 lifts. 3 sets, 6 lifts. Cobra normal pace. It's inhale, press, peel up, and exhale down. Press, peel up, and exhale down. That's one set. That was 2 lifts. You got 2 more sets to go, 4 more lifts to go. Do it. Okay, when you're down, normal pace breath. We do 2 sets, that's 4 lifts at the slower pace. 2 sets at the slower pace, a total of 4 lifts. Here we go, slower pace. Counting silently, inhale and exhale. That was 1 set, here we go. When you're down, come to a rest, relax legs and hips. Notice how much they were working and take a breath. Our final set is the one that's as slow as you can go. Different for each, no judgment, slow as you can go. 2 lifts, 1 set. Keeping the exhale as slow as you can go. When you're down, release the arms forward once more. Bring the forehead to rest. Let go of the breath. Check in. Check in with your body. Now we're bringing the work into the legs. Ardha Salabhasana, lifting one leg and then the other. 3 sets at the normal pace. Then we'll take a breath and do 2 sets at the slower pace. Take a breath and 1 set at the slowest pace. So we begin with a normal pace. On the left side, inhale up, exhale down, and the right. Second set, same. And then the third set. So when you're down, have a breath. Now make the intention to move more slowly. That's both on the lift and the release. 2 sets at the slower pace. Here we go. When you're at rest from the 2 sets at a slower pace, check in with the breath. Make the intention to do 1 set at the slowest pace, counting on the lift, counting on the release. So we have to resist gravity on the release to keep it slow, and that's part of the work. 1 set as slow as you can go. When you're down, come to a rest. Come to a rest. Release the arms. Come over onto the back. Hug up the knees. Hug up the knees. Circle the knees to massage the low back. We've done a lot of work. We're increasing circulation, releasing tension in the low back. Circle both ways. Now we're coming to another stay with the breath free. So bring the feet to rest. Open the arms wide. Cross the right foot over the left knee and roll that left knee down and turn the head away and just stay breath free. Feel the stretch from the knee to the hip. Feel the stretch where you feel it, the front of the hip or the back. Feel the stretch that might move up into the shoulder. See what you notice. Couple more breaths here. Okay, let's come back to center with the knees, with the head. Uncross, going the other way. Left foot over right knee, knees rolled down, head turns away. Stay. Breath free. Where do you feel it? Front of the thigh, back of the thigh into the hip, front of the hip, back of the hip, up the spine under shoulder blade. Different for each, no wrong answers. See what is true for you. Where do you feel it? Breath is free. Staying in this wonderful twist. This is my favorite twist. Final breath here. Come on back with the head. Come on back with the knees. Uncross. Pick up the knees. Hug the knees. And circle again. Again, massaging low back. Taking care of circulation and tension. Circle both ways. Come back to center, hug it up, hug it up, hug it up, and release. Release, roll over to the side and come to sit. Sit on the blanket if you like, or support, whatever. This changes the angle of the pelvis and makes the forward bend a little easier to manage. Okay. So with this series, this is the one where we're going to lift the arms, lean back, lift the legs, bring the legs down, bring the arms up, and fold. So that's the series, and we're adding the pacing to it. So normal pace. So it's an inhale, lift. Exhale, lean back, legs up, arms down, legs down, arms up, and fold. On the inhale, lift again. Lean back. Legs down, arms up, and fold your way on down. Have a breath. And now, inhale, arms up, arms down, legs up, legs down, arms up, fold, have a breath. So that was 3 at the normal pace. Now we're going to slow it down, counting silently as we've done all along. Come up. Lean back. Come up. Lean forward. And again, up. Back. Up. And forward. Have a breath. Let's do the final one as slow as you can go. No judgments. See what works for you. Slow as you can go counting. And release. Release, bend the knees, wrap the arms under, hug the knees into the chest and feel the whole back stretch. Feel the breath. Feel the stretch. Then we release the arms and extend the legs and walk the hands over soft knees, coming into Paschimottanasana. And then as you stay, you can straighten the legs a bit. You want to feel it in the belly of the muscle, not at the knee. So if you're straightened too much, you feel it at the knee. So we want to stretch. That elasticity is in the belly of the muscle, the middle of the back leg. And we're watching the breath as we stay in Paschimottanasana, our final place. Our final place before we move into guided relaxation. That's coming up. Okay, we're release. Come back up to sit. Now you're coming down onto the back, bringing support, if or not, wherever you want it, under the knees, under the feet, under the head, under the back, whatever works for you so that you can get comfortable and settle down. Get comfortable and settle down. Settling the body, shoulders and arms, hips and legs, coming into the whole body. Coming into the whole body, check in. Now we shift focus from the whole body to the lower body, to the hips and legs. Squeeze and tighten hips and legs. Feel it. Let go. Soften hips and legs. Feel it. Shoulders. Shrug the shoulders to the ears. Lift the head a bit. Stretch through the fingers. Feel it. Head down gently. All the rest, let it down. Let it go. Come to the ground and take a breath. Come to the jaw. Soften the jaw. Move and stretch the jaw. Soften, move, and stretch the jaw. And release. Stretch the tongue toward the chin. And release. Press lips, wrinkle nose, squint eyes, prune face, squeeze. Let it go. Let it go. Now we check back in with the body, beginning with the toes, just to see if there's anything more to let go of. Because we're softening through toes and arches, heels and ankles. We're softening calves, shins, knees from the inside. We're softening upper legs, hips, and belly. Whole lower body, letting go. Feel it. Whole lower body, letting go. Feel it. Now we check in with the spine, where the spine touches, where it lifts away, different for each. We come to the shoulders and feel the weight, the heavy weight of the shoulders, arms, hands resting down. And notice how the fingers have softened. Softening, come to the throat, to the lips, tongue floating, teeth not touching. Cheeks relax, soften. Behind the eyes, relax, soften. Brow and scalp, relax, soften. Whole body letting go. Whole body letting go. Feel it? Whole body letting go. Come to the breath. Notice the breath pace. Feel it. And look deeper. Mind and thought. So, sounds may come. If you can stay relaxed, do it. Thoughts. Yes, thoughts can drift away, go outside. If you find yourself outside the body, come back in. Return to the body Feel stillness and peace as you stay. Return to the breath. Return to the breath. Stretch, movement, come back. And as you return, we close. I hope you keep with you the ease in your body and strength, the balance, the energy, and the peace. Until the next time, thank you.